Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe down below, and without much further ado, let's get on with the video. First things first, today in England, it is being referred to as Furnace Friday, and it is one of the hottest days that England has ever seen. And I'm melting. So today's video, as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking about Heathers the musical, which I saw last night, so Thursday the 26th of July, and oh my god, it was everything I hoped for and more. It was stunning, amazing, phenomenal. I need to see it again. Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. First of all, we're gonna start with the reason why I went to see Heathers. The reason why I was so adamant that I was going to watch it was because of Carrie Hope Fletcher, who is a fellow YouTuber here and also a stunning actress who has been in numerous stage performances, which I have seen. Also, I had heard about Heathers and I had watched the off-Broadway version that is online before because of Serafina being like, guys, Heathers is amazing, watch it. So I did. Actually, no, my friend Sarah made an animatic of, I think it was Big Fun.
Okay, so it's salt, and then lime, and then shot.
No, it's salt, then
You're
shot.
doing it wrong. Wait, really? Because I feel great.
Veronica, you are looking good tonight.
Whoa.
But that was kind of what got me into actually wanting to watch the musical, because I was like, this looks interesting and weird. And finally, the other reason why I wanted to see Heathers was because the main Heather Chandler, is being played by Jodie Steele, who is a phenomenal actress, okay? She was in Myth as one of the Fates. Her voice is incredible. Like, it's actually out of this world incredible, and she was just a gazelle on stage, quote unquote, from my friend. But also I agree with that a lot. She is just stunning and amazing as Heather Chandler. Heathers is a musical about a young girl called Veronica Sawyer who is 17 as she sees herself through high school. It is the last year of high school, and she decides to befriend the three Heathers, Heather Chandler, Heather Duke, and Heather McNamara, and she becomes part of their little gang, and she gets invited to all these parties, and she's getting more popular, and then she meets a guy called JD, who she instantly falls in love with. They have the most amazing songs together, honestly. 17, stunning, dead girl walking, literally, my little by heart broke. And JD turns out to be very manipulative, and he forces Veronica to do things that she didn't want to do, and I don't want to spoil the plot for any of you that don't have a clue what Heathers is, but let me tell you, it's not what you're going to expect, and it's so good and so well written. The writers are Kevin Murphy and Lawrence O'Keefe, and they do a stunning job of creating a musical that is sad, happy, funny, scary, loud, amazing, colourful, bright, everything, okay? It is just, it's just very good, and I recommend very much. I wouldn't recommend for anyone under the age of, I think the age that they recommend is 14, because it is slightly adult in quite a few places, but it is amazing, and I highly recommend going and watching it. Now onto the cast. I'm only going to talk about a couple of them today because otherwise this video would be the longest thing ever. But first, let's talk about Carrie Hope Fletcher. So Carrie is in the role of Veronica Sawyer. Now Carrie did such an amazing job of being Veronica Sawyer and embodying a 17-year-old girl who has a very twisted story but still has moments of pure brilliance, and the reactions that she had to certain things being said. Like, there was a point where she was talking to JD and she was like, oh, so how's your mum? And then JD was like, my mum's dead. And then Carrie's face was, it was just perfect, because I think no one was expecting it, because everyone's obviously used to seeing other versions of it, that they weren't prepared to see Carrie's version, and Carrie just did amazing. And I've said Carrie too much, but she was amazing. And her voice, if you ever want to hear one of the most amazing voices ever, listen to Carrie Hope Fletcher sing, okay? Because it's insane. She is, wow, the vocal cords that she has and uses, damn, okay? Her lungs were carved from gods, let's say that, because Jesus Christ, she can sing. Now I'm going to go on to the three Heathers. First of all, you have Heather Chandler, who is played, as I said, by Jodie Steele. She is the main Heather. She is the main girl of the gang. She is the leader. She is the one that controls everyone. Her vocal ability is actually insane. Like, I don't get how someone can sing like that, and having seen her sing in Myth and now this, it just gave me more reason to love her and love her vocals, because holy Jesus. Holy Jesus, she was amazing. Heather Duke was played by Tashan Williams. Tashan? She was, again, amazing. Heather Duke is basically Heather Chandler's next gal. She wants to replace Heather Chandler, she wants to be the main gal, and let me tell you, she does the most amazing quick change I've ever seen in my life. I literally gasped. And also they added a song for Heather Duke, which was Never Shut Up Again, and it was so good, and it kind of encompassed her whole character into like one song, and I'm happy that she got her own song, that it's hers, you know? It's Heather Duke's song. She became Queen Bee, and she got her own goddamn song. And finally, Heather McNamara was played by Sophie Isaacs, who is the cutest person ever. Like, she reminded me a lot of Bernadette from Big Bang Theory in the sense of she was very small, but her voice and lungs were insane, okay? And just, she made you feel sorry for her every, like, second of the musical. And my favourite thing about Heather McNamara and Sophie Isaacs' performance was that every time there was like a song going on with like choreography and stuff, or Heather Chandler was saying something to someone, she'd be in the background kind of copying or like dancing slightly off and just kind of being like, yeah. And she also adds a lot of comedy to the Heathers instead of them just being like these mean girls. She adds the humour by being awkward and being late to everything that's said, or she does the most amazing laugh at one point, and it's so funny. She's just the humour in the Heathers. Rebecca Locke played Veronica's mum and Miss Fleming, and she, like everyone else in this cast, has lungs fit for the gods. Like, her vocal ability was crazy. She hit notes I don't even know were physically possible for a human to hit. She added so much comedy to it because obviously it's a funny musical, but it also gets very, very dark, and she added the comedy and she was just amazing. And there is actually a video of her singing her main song, Shine a Light, on YouTube, and I highly recommend going and watching it because, my god, it will blow you away. Pun not intended. Martha Dunstock was played by Jenny O'Leary, and she was great. She was so good and I felt for her every second. The staging is the main stage and then like a little bridge kind of thing at the top, like a little platform, and she sat on the edge of it and she sang her song, and it was just one light on her, and it was so good. And when it got to the like climax of the song, just before the like final note, she stood up, she stood in the middle of the bridge, and then all the light shone on her, and it was just breathtaking hearing her sing while having the most beautiful lighting I've ever seen on a solo singer in my life. And also, I've never ever in any musical that I've seen, other than Labyrinth in The Grinning Man when Louis Mescal sings it, because Jesus Christ, that song is amazing to hear, I've never really felt goosebumps for the entirety of a song, and I genuinely just kept getting like goosebump after goosebump after goosebump from Jenny O'Leary singing, and my god. Ram Sweeney and Kurt Kelly were played by Dominic Anderson and Christopher Chung, and they, holy crap on a cracker, they were good. Their reactions to everything, their bromance on stage, they're just everything, okay? Also, if you didn't know, in previous Heather productions, they have sung the song Blue with Veronica Sawyer when they are trying to have sex with her. And in this one, they changed the song to You're Welcome, which, can we take a moment? You're welcome for the islands I pulled from the sea, you know? A little bit of Maui. Anyway, they changed it to You're Welcome, which gave Veronica Sawyer a chance to kind of defend herself and show how scared she is instead of just being annoyed at the fact that they wanted to have sex with her. Personally, I enjoyed You're Welcome a lot more than Blue. While Blue was very funny, You're Welcome, Jesus, those vocals in that song. Because you had the two guys and Veronica singing, and my god, okay, it was just beautiful. It would be beautiful. And while there are other people in the cast that I would love to talk about, I don't want this video to get so long, but just everyone was amazing. Kurt and Ram's dads, again, stunning, amazing. My Dead Gay Son was such a good song, and the way they choreographed it was amazing. But the final person that I want to talk about is the guy that played JD, Jason Dean. So JD was played by Jamie Moscato. I really hope that's how you pronounce his name. I'm sorry if it's not. JD is a character that is very, very, very twisted and dark and not what he seems on the surface, and to see someone be able to act as both a very innocent and like loving guy and then go full on crazy and manipulative and almost insane was so crazy to see on stage. His acting in the first act was damn, okay? In the second act, it was damn. Like, it was insane. I actually was scared for a second. Like, I've never watched a theatre production and got so involved with a character that I was actually like, oh my god, I actually fear for the character he was going a bit crazy in front of. And I was just like, this is acting right goddamn here, okay? And also his singing voice. When I first heard him, I was like, there is no way that this guy is going to be able to hit the notes that JD has to hit. But then when he sang the song in the second act of literally him being the most insane that he is in the whole thing, it was insane to watch. He was so good. He hit notes that I was not expecting, and he blew my breath away. That's not a phrase, but let's go with it. He was stunning and amazing, and you guys need to go and see his performance because it's all I've been thinking about for the past 24 hours. Also, I've obviously got to talk about the director of this show because without him, it wouldn't be what it is. And that is Andy Fickman. He is such a good director to be able to get such stunning performances out of the actors on stage. All the little things that the actors did and all the like changes that were made were actually so much better for the musical, in my opinion. To be a director of a stage show, it's just, it's crazy to me because like I've directed drama pieces at school and that was hard work, but to direct that many people for paying audiences and make such a cool musical, it was everything, okay? So now on to what you can do to help this show become more than what it already is, a cult classic and an amazing piece of theatre. You can't unfortunately go and see it at the other Palace because it's sold out before it even began at the other Palace, and it will be finishing at the other Palace on the 4th of August, which is next Saturday? However, it did get a transfer to the West End to the Theatre Royal Haymarket from the 3rd of September to the 24th of November. So that's 12 more weeks that you can go and see Heathers for, which I'm really thinking about doing because it was amazing and I kind of need to hear that cast sing those songs again, okay? I'm gonna do a Myth, I'm gonna do a Grinning Man, I'm gonna do a Addams Family. I'm gonna rebuy tickets. So the tickets aren't too expensive in the grand scheme of things. The cheapest you can get are £25, but the most expensive you can get are £115. But personally, I was looking at like the stalls, and there are tickets in the stalls for £45, which isn't crazy when it comes to theatre. Let me tell you that. For any of you that don't go and watch theatre, you might think that's really, really expensive. It isn't. So I'm contemplating it, okay? Because £45 to see that cast again, it might have to happen. And I might need to take my mum because I kind of want her to see it. She'll be like, what the hell is this? But I feel like she'll enjoy it. Pat, do you want to come and see Heathers, please? Let's go, okay? Let's go. If you enjoy good music, stunning plot, interesting characters, phenomenal actors, go and watch Heathers, okay? Because the more of us that go and watch it, the more likely they'll make a cast recording, and I'll get to hear Carrie Hope Fletcher and Jamie Moscato singing 17 on an official cast album, okay? I just need that, okay? So please, if you're thinking about going and seeing Heathers, just go and see it. You will not regret it. You will love every second. I think that's everything I have to say on this musical. If you yourself have gone to see Heathers, whether it be the other productions or the one at the other Palace currently, please leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought. I want to discuss it, okay? But yes, if you enjoyed today's video, then please do not forget to subscribe just here, and also down here will be a link to the playlist of my tea time reviews. So if you enjoy theatre reviews and film reviews, go and watch that. It's content. Yeah. But until next time, bye!